Hi, I'm Dr. Ziggy, and beside me is Matt, my channel sidekick.
Hi, I'm Matt, and besides me is Dr. Ziggy.
The hell was that, dude? I'm starting again, man. That was stupid. Hi, I'm Dr. Ziggy, and beside me is Matt, my channel sidekick.
Hey.
Alright, Matt, you being a non-techie person, I love bouncing this stuff off of you because if you live and breathe AI and IT, you know, some of this stuff like washes over you because you know that what's happening is a massive soap drama. It's massive. So I want to lead up to one video and I'll give you a context beforehand so that you can appreciate this one video. Right?
Is it by Girlfriend Reviews?
No, stop looking at my YouTube. Girlfriend Reviews is great, man. All right. Have you heard of the term AI Cold War?
No.
Thrown around. Yeah.
I
thought you wouldn't. Okay. Let's take a step back then. Do you know about the rivalry between OpenAI and Anthropic?
Didn't Anthropic, wasn't that founded by people who used to work at OpenAI?
Yeah. Yeah. So OpenAI founded in 2015. There were some pretty big names. Elon Musk was one of the founding members, along with Sam Altman, Zbigatron, things like that. And, you know, their founding mission was democratizing AI, making it open to everyone, hence the name. But as with human nature, you know, we all sit down and say, we're going to be good. You know, it looks great on paper, it looks great on theory, but then there's backstabbing, there's power struggles, there's whatnot. So in late 2020, one of the people who worked in OpenAI, Dario Amodei, do you know who he is?
I remember that name, but please remind me.
Okay, so I'll lead into that. So Dario Amodei was the vice president of research, and also his sister, Daniela Amodei, was a vice president of safety and policy at OpenAI. They decided to leave OpenAI at the end of 2020 because of safety and governance concerns. And in fact, a lot of people moved away from OpenAI because of safety concerns. There was a divide between what they said, what Dario said, safety versus speed. Sam Altman was all about, let's get models out real quick. And Dario and a lot of people were saying, guys, slow down. This is serious. We can't just keep pushing like a big capitalist machine as much products out there as possible, as quick as possible. If something breaks, who cares? Let's just keep going. So Dario Amodei broke away from OpenAI and he founded Anthropic. And their founding mission was, we will be the safety-oriented OpenAI. And I remember when this happened, and I was like, okay, here comes another group that's being founded. I'll keep a close eye on them and see how they go. You know, they had a good initial funding round, and, you know, they were doing okay. They launched Claude 2 years later. So Claude is their large language model. That is the equivalent of, let's say, ChatGPT. Right? And Claude has been slowly making its name in the world of IT. Have you heard of Claude?
Yeah. I've watched Claude play Pokemon.
They've done some interesting stuff. So things started to kick off at OpenAI a lot. So a lot of people were leaving, and then you might remember Sam Altman got fired from OpenAI, right? So that happened in 2023. No one was really surprised that Sam Altman got fired because the stuff that was happening behind the scenes in OpenAI, you could tell that there was serious stuff. Everyone was leaving, right? Everyone, like a lot of prominent people were leaving. Board crisis happens, Sam Altman comes back, but slowly in the background, Claude was just making its inroads into the IT world. You know, the LLM was getting better and it was making its name, especially with software engineers. Now, early 2024, you might remember we talked about this on our channel, OpenAI quietly removes an explicit ban on using their models for military and warfare purposes. You remember that?
Yeah.
We discussed it. That was quite new. They didn't announce it. It just disappeared from their website, right? So this is early 2024. And Claude still just making its way up in the market. Dario Amodei, I remember watching interviews early on. He seemed like a very sound CEO, wasn't really, you know, making too many waves, just quietly in the background, making its way. So then in 2025, so last year, Claude is a big brand name now in the market. Right? Even you've heard of that, and you're not a techie person. So it's like Claude had been going to the gym for 2 years straight. They've buffed up. And now they're one of the big guys, right?
Cute Rocky montage.
That's right. And now they can sort of, push their weight around a bit on the market. And Dario Amodei in 2025 started making public jabs at OpenAI and Sam Altman.
That's how business is done.
That's how business. Now that they can, now that he can, and now that they can, just showing a bit of muscle. So then this year, in January 2026, OpenAI announces it will slowly roll out ads in ChatGPT. Did you hear about this?
No.
Okay. So this whole thing about AI was that it's all free, but we know, you probably know as well, that they're burning through money.
Oh, yeah.
Like big time. So sooner or later, they're going to have to try to get that money back. And ChatGPT announces we're putting ads in.
That's amazing.
They're putting ads in.
Any news about what this is going to look like? Is it like hey, ChatGPT, how long does it take to boil an egg? And it's like, it takes about 8 minutes to boil an egg perfectly. But what's even more perfect if you boil an egg? It's a nice cold cast Coca-Cola. Is that how it's going now?
Well, let me show you something then. So Dario Amodei, Anthropic, decides to flex their muscles a little bit more. And they decide to run some ads during Super Bowl.
Okay. That's not cheap.
That's not cheap at all. It costs, they estimate between 10 to 20 million they spent on running these ads. I want you to watch one ad.
Looks a lot like Sam Altman.
Hey, can I get a 6-pack quickly?
Perfect. That is a clear and achievable goal. Would you like me to tailor a personalized workout plan?
Yes.
Perfect. Let me personalize this for you. Let's start with your age, weight, and height. Whenever you're ready.
5'7", 23 years old, 140 pounds.
Got it. I'll create a plan that focuses on aesthetic strength training. But confidence isn't just built in the gym. Try Step Boost Max, the insoles that add 1 vertical inch of height and help short kings stand tall.
What?
Use code HEIGhtMaxing10 for big discounts.
That actor playing that personal trainer is brilliant.
It's great, isn't it?
So good.
It's great.
That's brilliant.
It's great. So they ran a few of these. There were 2 of them, and then they released like a series of them. You can have a look. And this made massive headlines. And OpenAI took a big hit in PR because these were very, very good, and they were shown during Super Bowl.
This is on level with. Have you seen the advert where the kid buys 2 Coca-Colas out of the vending machine and he puts them down and stands up to reach the Pepsi?
Yeah.
It's on that level.
It is on that level. It is on that level. Now, OpenAI has also come under a lot of pressure because for a long time, OpenAI were the clear leaders in AI, and they were, walking around with investors throwing money at them. Then all of these players like Anthropic started slowly catching up to them. Google, Microsoft, they're all just slowly. And now the market is saturated.
Yeah.
And they have massive debts. And everyone's saying, even we did a skit on this channel where I'm like saying, where's your moat, right? Because they have no moat, it seems. They have nothing that separates them from the competition. So after these ads aired, it seemed as though Sam had a meltdown on Twitter, and he posted this rant on X. And I'm gonna quote you some of the things he said. It seems as though the ads got to him. Right? I'm gonna quote this. We would obviously never run ads in the way Anthropic depicts them. We are not stupid. Hello, Kat. Wait, we're recording. Go away. All right, let me start again. We would obviously never run ads in the way Anthropic depicts them. We are not stupid, and we know our users would reject that. Anthropic serves an expensive product to rich people. Anthropic wants to control what people do with AI. I'm just paraphrasing, dude. I'm cutting snippets. Now, it goes on for a little bit. if I were, Sam Altman, I'd be like, that's funny, guys, and I'd release a counter ad or something like that. That's the way to do it. But you don't go on X, on social media, and rant about something like that. That shows that it's getting to him.
It's like when you're in primary school. You're like, stop it,
that's right. That's right. It's a little bit like that, and it is childish. And I'm gonna refer to that once I show you the last video that I'm leading up to. Right? Think childish. It's great. It's great. So now we're in 2026. OpenAI and Anthropic have been working with the US government. Right? They've been signing deals, especially after OpenAI removed that clause about not using AI for warfare. Now suddenly, out of the blue, Dario Amodei, this month actually, so March 2026, posted a post on the Anthropic's blog, and he basically said this: we're disagreeing with the Department of War, with the Pentagon. We draw the line at no domestic mass surveillance and no fully autonomous weapons. It just came out of the blue. He doesn't explicitly or directly accuse the government of requesting these sort of things, but implicitly, that's what he's saying. The US government kind of implodes, explodes, whatever. Trump gets in on the thing. It becomes pretty bad.
I heard about that.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So there you go. Even you've heard about this, right? The Secretary of Defense labels Anthropic as supply chain risk. Trump tells federal agencies to halt using Anthropic's products. Anthropic sues the US government. There's litigation currently in place for these kinds of statements. And it just kicks off. That's a separate video in itself about this whole political thing. Now, what does OpenAI do in this? Within hours, they snatch up the contract.
Of course.
Yeah, within hours. That has a massive PR effect on them as well. Right? The US government, I don't want to talk politics too much on this channel, but, warfare, the US, everything that's going on currently in the world, people are looking at that going, that's not good. And there was a big push and hashtag quit ChatGPT, hashtag uninstall ChatGPT that trended for a very, very long time. Claude,
missed that.
You missed that?
Yeah.
Claude became the #1 downloaded app on the Apple Store or something like that. Massive, right? Oh. Massive. And a lot of CEOs, Amazons, all those kinds of people came out in support of Anthropic. OpenAI could be in massive trouble.
Wow.
Massive trouble. This is why they're calling this the AI Cold War. OpenAI versus Anthropic.
Okay.
It's a big deal. Now, last month there was an AI summit held in India. It was run by the Prime Minister of India, Modi. So the head of government, he runs an AI summit. Massive deal, right? Here's the end of the summit, right? Big names. Do you recognize anyone here?
No, I don't recognise it.
Okay, you recognize that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's Sam Altman. Yeah?
Yeah.
That guy?
No idea.
That's Dario Amodei. So he's the CEO of Anthropic. The Cold War is between them. That's Brad Smith. He's the vice president of Microsoft. That's Sundar Pichai, CEO of Google.
Okay, yeah.
Right. That's Alexander Wang. He's the chief AI scientist at Meta. Now, why he's the chief scientist at Meta is another video in itself. It's a soap opera, man.
I love it.
Dude, what's happening in AI is a soap opera. And this video, in my opinion, just summarizes everything. So Modi, he's the prime minister, head of government in India. He invites everyone onto the stage, right? For a big photo op and whatever. I want you to focus on Sam Altman and Dario Amodei. Okay? Now,
It's just so awkward.
look at this. Look at
Thank you, tech leaders.
Look, he refuses to look at him.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Be any more awkward.
Yeah.
Everybody's just trying to pretend not to notice.
Yeah. The whole world is watching, and these two guys are like at a playground, man.
Oh man.
Dude, this is soap opera, man. Soap opera. Like, if there's any writers out there that want to do a documentary about what's happening in the AI scene or what has been happening, hit me up. I'm in, man. I can write you the best script ever for a documentary. Reality is better than fiction.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, but you have to understand the context.
I would actually sit down and like a Netflix, like hit us up. But I would sit down and watch a Bold and the Beautiful style soap opera based on...
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Like I'm saying, this is just the two of them. The drama that happened with Alexander Wang at Meta, another soap opera.
Wow.
Another soap opera in itself, right? Like, beautiful.
Oh.
The AI Cold War and a soap opera at the same time, man. I'm calling it the AI soap opera. That's mine. All right, well, there's plenty more of that to come because this is just poetry in motion. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks, Matt. Stay tuned for more.
Thank you, OpenAI, for this beautiful display of
maturity.
Yeah.
Maturity.
Keep it coming, boy.
Keep it coming. We need material. Beautiful.